And yes, I'm delighted to welcome YouTuber, radio presenter and the star of Leicester Till I Die TV, Chris Forryan. Hi, Chris. Listen, you're licking your wounds tonight.
Yes, and we've probably got almost as many points as the United Kingdom get in Eurovision, if I'm honest with you. Yeah, it's not a good season for us. We at least we had some shots on goal this week, so that's something. We haven't had any shots on goal for 180 minutes. I just don't know what's going. There's something awry at the club.
You're not very good.
We can't do the simple things, and that's the worry. We can't seem to find each other with the passes. We're fluffing chances. Just the confidence seems to have been drained out of them.
Yeah, now listen, there's talk, as Aidan McGee said there, Chris, of Rodgers out. I fancied Rodgers for Tottenham a couple of seasons ago. Is the manager a problem?
You can have him. If you still want him, you are welcome to him. Look, everybody was saying that he's got about a 3 or 4 season shelf life as Brendan Rodgers. I mean, he came in, he took over from Claude Puel, he brought back exciting attacking football, but it all seems a distant memory. And unfortunately, you're only as good in football as your last season. And last season wasn't particularly brilliant. Don't get me wrong, he's won us the FA Cup. But when you look in the past, Claudio Ranieri won us the Premier League. The following season, he got sacked. He's probably certainly come up to past his sell-by date now, I think.
Yes, let's get Aidan into this conversation if we can, Chris. Aidan McGee.
Chris, did you think you had weathered the storm either side of the World Cup? You picked up some decent form, didn't you, prior to that? You won at Everton by 3-0, much to Mike's chagrin.
Yes.
And then afterwards you scored...
Much to Mike's chagrin.
Chagrin.
That's a historic event.
That's right. Certainly the chagrin would be historical.
Let's get back to football. Yeah. After the World Cup, you scored the 4 goals at Aston Villa. You beat Tottenham 4-1 as well. You must have thought you'd weathered the storm and that you were home and hosed, and you were probably looking at mid-table.
Well, yeah, before we had a bad start to the season. We didn't have the refresh that Brendan wanted. The money wasn't there because of FFP, and we hadn't made our usual one big selling, which we do every season to keep us going. Looking back on it, though, it was a false storm because before the World Cup, yes, we'd won a load of games. Yes, we got a load of clean sheets. But when you look at the teams that we'd beaten, they were all teams that, no disrespect to them, we would hope to beat if we were going to have a decent season. Came back from the World Cup. It didn't happen. We had a good January transfer window and we had 2 good games, Aston Villa and Tottenham. And the way it's looking, they may be the highlight of our season.
Oh, yes. Listen, before you go, the clock's against us, Chris. We need to get to Leeds, Brighton. Yeah. But Gary Lineker, do you know who he is?
I do, of course. I was at school with him in the same class.
Oh, that's right.
What was he like?
Of course. Well, Patrick wants to know what was he like, but also, he's a Leicester legend. He was there today. What's the reaction been of those Leicester fans to his current predicament?
Look, it depends. We don't know what he's signed and what he's agreed to do at the BBC. You could have got Smoky Bacon. They're my favourites. He is a Leicester legend. He's grown up. He's a local lad. He's done well. He's obviously, one of the top presenters now. Well, according to his wages, he's one of the top presenters at the BBC. He's entitled to his opinion. And the worrying thing is, and I put a show out this morning on my channel, is if we're not going to be allowed to have an opinion, then that's going to affect us all. It's going to affect the BBC, ITV, it's going to affect, GBNews. It's even going to affect me as a YouTuber if I can't come on and say what I think and have an opinion.
And your YouTube channel is highly entertaining. It is Leicester Till I Die TV. Thank you so much for that, Chris. Catch up soon.